Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. It is Friday night. Welcome, welcome. And guess what? Not only is it Friday night, it's 9 p.m. in Austin, Texas. All amateur radio traffic, please stand by. The Oak Hill Friday Night Trivia Net is about to begin. Thanks, Mr. Repeater. If there's any emergency or priority traffic, please come with your name and call sign now. Bill, this is where you're supposed to report about the bingo game. You know I love you, man, and I love giving you a bunch of crap. So I've noticed some interesting things when I was setting up the game today because I was busy this week. So it might be some fun. FYI to everybody, Bill has had to do a refresh every time the bingo game resets. So just a word to the wise: if anything weird happens, try a refresh and see if that'll fix it, because Lord knows what those jerks did to our game. Well, it's here, and you're listening to the Friday Night Trivia Net, brought to you by the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club. Call sign N5OAK. My name is Rusty, WZ5BBS. I'll be your net control for tonight. I'm transmitting from IQTH in Northwest Austin to the flagship 147320 repeater. Tonight's Trivia Net will be a hybrid net using the N5OAK, KA5D, and W5LCR repeater systems, as well as an online trivia game. We currently have the bingo machine turned on. We'll be shutting that down soon enough. To check into tonight's Trivia Net, all you'll need is a smartphone, tablet, or any computer with a web browser. I'll give you a few seconds to run to your computer or grab your device before we tell you where to go. And while you're doing that, just a reminder, to see all the frequencies the Friday Night Trivia Net is transmitting on, visit n5oak.org, ka5d.com, or crhrc.org. For our Oak Hill members, we have our very own Friday Night Trivia Net channel on the Discord, so swing by and join the fellas hanging out there. We also have the video net going tonight. We got Animal House going. So if it's been a while since you've seen Animal House, get in the video net, man. It will keep us company almost to the end of tonight's Trivia Net. Now that you have your device, open a web browser and go to n5oak.org and click on the Trivia Net tab. Once you're there, scroll down, click on the big green button to check in. There's no software to install or accounts to create. All we need is your call sign and your first name. If your XYL or kids would like to play along, just sign them in from their device. This also applies to all of you that are studying for your license. If you can hear my voice, you have to play, and we'd love to see you in the game tonight. Tonight's trivia game will be divided into 4 rounds. Every round contains 10 questions worth 100 points each. Tonight's topics, man, they're a whole lot of fun. Round number 1, for all those wrestling fans, we got the WWE history. Round number 2 is all about Fat Tuesday and all things New Orleans. Round number 3, for those of you that watch Yellowstone, it's all about the Yellowstone universe. And round number 4, we're taking you back to the classic rock round. So for those of you that like to listen to the classic rock, that one will be for you. After each round, we'll have a short intermission to aid in drink refills and take care of all bodily functions. As always, questions, comments, and friendly taunting are welcome because we're all friends here, and it's Friday, and we've all got adult beverages, and that's just the way this net goes. Thomas is already rage quitting, coming back for round 4. All right, Thomas, be that way. At the conclusion of tonight's trivia game, everyone will get sent home in style by our final elimination round. One wrong answer, and you'll be officially done for the night, so make sure you pace yourself on said adult beverages. With all that said, I'm going to see if anyone has any questions before we get tonight's trivia net underway. If you do, please come with your name and call sign now. Nothing heard, and look at that. We got Bill, W5ITZ, in the number one spot. 169 points, man. Way to go in the bingo. All right, so we're going to move everybody over into the official Friday Night Trivia Net. So those lurkers out there who've been waiting for the bingo to shut down, you're in luck, because we're moving everybody into the official Friday Night Trivia Net. If you would, please make your username look like those over there on the right with your call sign and your name. I would certainly appreciate it. It makes posting everything to the website a whole lot easier. Once again, if you'd like to play along tonight, you can join the game at any time. You don't have to wait for a round to be over. Just open a web browser on your smartphone, tablet, or computer and go to n5oak.org and click on the Trivia Net tab. Once you're there, scroll down, click on that big green button with the counter on there. It'll show you how long the Trivia Net's been going. Do that, check in, and man, it'll be a whole lot of fun. We got 17 people, but the number keeps moving up, so we will see shortly how long or how many people we have in the net tonight. And of course, every week we give away amazing door prizes for those of you that check in on time. Tonight's prize, guess what, guys? It's a free membership to the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club. Let's spin the wheel and see who the big winners will be tonight. And a big congratulations to all our lucky winners. After the game tonight, head over to n5oak.org and sign up to become a member. We'll have the welcome team standing by waiting to approve your complimentary memberships as well as requests to join the Discord community. Sky, if you look in the bottom left of your Discord, at least on the Mac app, you'll see a microphone and a headset, and you can mute all that stuff. And that way you can just watch and keep an eye out for the fish boobies, according to Bill. For those of you who are new and haven't checked into the Trivia Net before, don't you worry. We're going to go through a practice question real quick just to show you how the game works. So this is what we do. First, we read the questions over the repeater, and when we do that, they get displayed on your device. Once the question has been read aloud, the answers will appear. All players will have 15 seconds to make a choice, but the longer it takes to choose an answer, the fewer points you will get. Also, remember to choose wisely, as you only get one shot to answer the question. And once the timer runs out, the correct answer will be revealed. Oh, the correct answer will be revealed, and then my script just goes all the craziness. Hang on, I got to reset the teleprompter here. Once the timer runs out, the correct answers will be revealed, as well as what everyone else thought their answers were. Y'all just thought I had this stuff stuck in my head. For those of you that keep up with your score, hit that number located at the top left of your screen, and it will always be available during gameplay. So we also have a second question that we're going to do, so y'all get ready for this one, because this one's the fun one. Man, my iPad is just it's killing me tonight. All right, well, screw you guys. We'll go over here. There we go. So we also have put things in order. Now, we're not going to do that tonight because we got such positive feedback on the last time that we did this, but I want to give y'all a chance to go ahead and do it anyway. So put these numbers in order from 1 to 5, top to bottom. Let's see how good y'all are at following instructions. So just in case you're wondering, 86% of the people that answered this question answered it correctly. So that should tell you exactly who you're dealing with tonight on the Trivia Net. Either they're way too drunk to put numbers in order, or they just don't care. So if you don't think the trivia is for you, nonsense. Only 86% of our people that we have, 24 people, 86% of those people can count to 5. So you'll be just fine. Alright, now that everybody understands how the game works, let's see who has checked into the net so far tonight. I'm going to toss this iPad across the room before the night's over. Let's say hello to Chris, W5CUI. I heard you talking earlier with, what was it, KI5SIJ, somewhere around in there? Maybe we can get John to come in and say hi as well. We got Dave, KI5STT in Buda. Chris is over in Louise, Texas, by the way. Norman, N5ZOT is in Austin. We got Philip, AC5G in East Austin. We got Claude, KI5ZQE. He is in Austin, Texas. And we got Laura. Welcome back, Laura, KI5OLG. She's down in Alvin, Texas. Oh, I had tacos for dinner. I'm super gassy. Ernesto, KI5PZN is hanging out in East Austin. We got Bjorn and Meredith. Welcome back, y'all. KI5YAT. We got Holly, W5LUL. She's down in Buda. The Chad is back with us from Louise. Welcome back to Chad. Scott, KI5OVD is hanging out in Kyle. We got David, AI5JC in Cedar Park. Daniel, KI5ZFZUF, pardon me, in Austin. We got Ashley, KI5MVF, and she's in Jeffrey is Okayville. So I guess Jeffrey hasn't been extra annoying like usual. So Jeffrey's okay. Maybe I'm going to have to find out if he saw that he made it part of my poem for the fox hunt this weekend. We got Rob, K9LZY, the lazy dog, hanging out in Lakeway. Sky, N5LX in Oak Hill. Good to see you, brother. We got Jason, KB5MPJ in Buda, along with Cajun. I like Cajun people, so he's hanging out in Buda. Thomas, KI5OMW, is in Edna. We have Just Lynn in Buda, Texas. We have Mark A. in Buda, Texas. We got Bill, W5ITZ, in Ganado. We got I'm a Gunner Getcha from Louise, Texas, and Steve, KG5LAA. So I wonder, did I miss out on a Jeffrey? We got a KI5ZIE, that's John, and Robert in Houston. So there we have it. I wonder if Jeffrey's in here or not. Yeah, Sky, I wrote a poem just for you. It's over in the fox hunt. It gives you all the details on where my fox is hiding. And it's not super helpful, but it made me chuckle. So, you know, there's that, right? Alright, so we've seen who all is here. We've said hi to everybody. We got Jeffrey typing in the Discord. Sky finally looked at my poem. Let's see. If anybody has any questions, come with your name and call sign now. Well, let's see. That's big old nothing heard there. So let's get everybody moved over into round number one. Now that we've gotten this far, round number one is WWE history for all those wrestlers out there that know what in the world. Amen, Thomas. So let's see how y'all do. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, put your hands on your buzzers. The Friday Night Trivia Net will begin in T-minus 10 seconds. Here we go with question number one. Whose 1988 The Main Event rematch with Andre the Giant is still the most watched wrestling event in television history? Yes, guy, it's WWE. What did you think we were playing? Alright, Sky had no idea. Alright, well, let's see if he got this one right. So, according to y'all, Hulk Hogan was, who was against Andre the Giant. Coming in second was Macho Man Randy Savage, followed by Jesse the Body Ventura, and the $1 Million Man. Man, how about that one? Alright, so let's see. Was it Hulk Hogan? It was indeed Hulk Hogan. The 1988 main event match between Andre the Giant and Hulk Hogan, a rematch of their 1987 WrestleMania 3 bout, drew an estimated 33 million viewers and is still the most watched television wrestling match in history. Oh man, when I think of Andre the Giant, I think of The Princess Bride. I don't think about wrestling. That's how much I watch wrestling. Question number 2. What precursor to the WWE did the McMahon family establish in 1953? I wonder if Ed McMahon was any descendant of this McMahon family. All right, let's see what you think. Y'all are coming up with the Wrestling World Tour. 52% of you on that one. World's Best Wrestling coming in second. Then we got a tie for Capital Wrestling Corporation and the Wrestling Society of America. So let's see what precursor the WWE. The Capital Wrestling Corporation was what it was. We only had 4 people that got that right. One of them was the Chad. Way to go, Chad. Or pardon me, the Chad. I'm gonna get you. Knew that one as well as Matt, K9MGW. Alright, man. We can't put, looks like we can't put wrestling in on the Okies versus Roadies. Looks like the Roadies are some wrestling watching people. Question number 3. What deodorant brand did Hulk Hogan hawk in a series of television and print ads in the 1980s? Man, old Hulk Hogan, he's looking quite young in that photo compared to what he was looking today. Let's see, y'all are going for right guard. Did Hulk Hogan really go out for the right guard? Let's see, Old Spice coming in second, followed by Shore and then Band. So let's see, what was it? Y'all are right, it was right guard. Countering his tough guy image, Hulk Hogan praised the power of right guard deodorant for several years in the mid-1980s because anything less would be uncivilized. Question number 4. What was the name of Jake the Snake Roberts' pet Burmese python that he would lay on top of his defeated opponents? Let's see what you think. Monty Python coming in with the number 1 answer. Damien coming in second. No, Lucy second. Damien third. Kane fourth. I have no idea. I would have gone with Monty because, you know, why not? It's about, WWE is about as ridiculous as Monty Python. So let's see if they're right. Monty Python, is it that? No, it is Damien. Although he occasionally employed a reticulated python named Lucifer, of course, Jake the Snake Roberts primarily used a series of Burmese pythons, all named Damien. Alright, check out those lycra pants, man, and the mullet, and the snake. Like, man, just transports you back to a whole other time in my life. Question number 5, and halfway through our incredible WWE round. In what reality competition series did contestants train and compete for a professional WWE contract? Alright, so Rob, I have no idea who the Chad even is, and the fact that you got a cameo for this, we got to talk about this before we move any further. Do you get to keep a cameo, and what did he say, and who in the world is the Chad? Alright, well Rob is typing out a story on the Discord. While he's doing that, let's throw the answers up and let's see what, let's see what you think. Tough Enough. Tough Enough was the name of the show. WWE Next Gen, followed by The Top Rope, which should have been The Top Dope, and then Wrestling Rookies coming in fourth. So let's see, was it tough enough? It was. Apparently this question wasn't that tough. In an effort to reignite their hugely popular 1980s collaboration, the WWE partnered with MTV in 2000 to produce the wrestling competition series Tough Enough. The first season was won by three-time WWE Hardcore Champion Maven Huffman. Well, we're at question number 5. So let's throw up the scoreboard and see. We got Matt, K9MGW, in the number 1 spot, Claude, KI5ZQE, in the number 2 spot, and Steve, KG5LAA, in the number 3 spot. So y'all check out your scores, and while you're doing that, we're going to let everybody know that you're listening to the Friday Night Trivia Net, brought to you by the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club, call sign N5OAK. My name is Rusty, WZ5VBS. I'm your net control for tonight. You can check into tonight's Trivia Net at any time during the game from your smartphone, tablet, or computer. All you have to do is point your web browser to n5oak.org and click on the Trivia Net tab. Once you're there, scroll down and click on the big green button to check in. There's no software to install or accounts to create. All we need is your call sign and your first name. And you could be playing with Chad, whoever in the world that is. You could be playing with him and, making your life pretty awesome. So I'm going to go talk to Rob. Rob, pick up your mic and tell me who in the world is the Chad?
K9LCY. He was a contestant on The Bachelorette, and he was egregious. He was kind of douchey in a funny way, and fell in love with how not serious he took the whole thing. So, you can look him up. The Chad. Back to that.
Wow, well if that is the Chad in the Discord, he has got a jawline that could dent a boat. Good Lord, man. That's I think I could do that. I don't watch any of the Bachelorette, Bachelor, any of that stuff, so anybody that could have some fun doing that, then I think I would probably like them as well. Alright, well, you know what? It's question number 6, and that means it's time to put those points to use. Looks like everybody's got a pretty decent amount of points as well, so let's see how you do with question number 6. Y'all place your bets. I don't know what that little farty noise is at the end of everything. It's not me, I promise. I'd be proud of that, but I think the repeater's doing something new. All right, question number 6. In what year did WWE owner Vince McMahon first publicly acknowledge that their wrestling matches are staged and scripted? Oh, who would have thought? That Clutch Cargo, that kind of looks like you, Sky. Do you have a Clutch Cargo company? Is that what you? I don't know anything about Clutch Cargo either. I love Friday. I get to learn so much fun stuff. All right, so let's see. When did Vince McMahon finally realize or tell the world that wrestling's fake, or at least staged? Y'all think it's in '91? Let's see. 52% of you. 93 coming in second, followed by 89, and then 1986. I would have been, it's a cartoon. Oh, I'm going to have to go find that one. That looks like a fun cartoon. Kind of reminds me of Space Ghost, kind of. All right, back to this, though. The correct answer is 1989. Only 4 of you knew that one. So get this. In order to avoid paying taxes from athletic commissions, Vince McMahon publicly admitted in 1989 that the wrestling matches were staged by the WWE are indeed staged and scripted rather than genuine athletic competition. So he had to cough it up once the tax man came because apparently the athletic commission wanted money. And that's how we all know the WWE is fake. What a bunch of crap. All right, let's throw it up. 4 people knew. Sky looked like he knew the most. Way to go, N5LX. He got number 1 spot, 203 on that one. Steve, KG5LAA, didn't win any points on that one, but he's still maintained in the number 2 spot. And Norman, N5ZOT, is in the number 3 spot. He got 141 points on that one. Way to go. All right. Question number 7. In which branch of the military did former wrestler and current WWE brand ambassador Sergeant Slaughter claim to serve? Well, we know it's not the Navy or the Air Force. It's either going to be the Marines or the Army. So, what was Sergeant Slaughter part of? The Marines. 63% of you are right. Although the persona of Sergeant Slaughter is that of a former Marine who served in Vietnam, Robert Remus, the man behind the myth, did not serve in any military branch. So even he's a fake. Wow, this whole industry is nothing but a fraud. I'm going to cry. Question number 8. Whose 1985 single, Take Me Home, scored the closing credits for the WWE show Saturday Night's Main Event? Let's see what y'all think. Rick Springfield coming in number 1, followed by Phil Collins, Dick Marks, and then Brian Adams. So let's see, was it Rick Springfield? It was not. It was Phil Collins. The WWE replaced the Saturday Night's Main Event closing credits with Phil Collins' Take Me Home. Came out in 1985 with an original instrumental composition in 1988. Yeah. Imagine the WWE wants to hire you to make an original instrumental composition. That's got to be a fun call. Question number 9. In which foreign city does the WWE not have official company offices? All right, y'all think it is Dubai. That's where they don't have offices, followed by Munich, Mexico City, and London. The correct city in which the WWE does not have official company offices is London. Only 4 of y'all got that right. The WWE is headquartered in Stamford, Connecticut, and maintains offices in Los Angeles, New York, Munich, Mexico City, Shanghai, Singapore, Mumbai, and Dubai. As of 2023, they do not have offices in London. All right, question number 10. We're wrapping up the WWE round. Who is the longest reigning champ in WWE history? Yeah, but we don't have Rock and Randy Savage in the choices there, Philip. So y'all think pretty heavily that Hulk Hogan is it. He came in number 1 at 74%. So let's see, are y'all right? Hell no, you're not right. Bruno Sammartino? I don't even know who he is, but apparently he won the WWF as the WWE was known at the time. He won the championship in 1963 and held onto the belt until 1971, ultimately ending his reign atop the sport after 2,803 days. So from 1963 to 1971, Bruno held the belt. That's pretty impressive. All right, let's add up the scores and see how y'all did. Sky, N5LX. Not only does he like hockey, he's also a WWE fan. Who would have thunk it, since he's sitting in Discord telling everybody he had no clue. Steve, KG5LAA coming in second, and Norman, N5ZOT coming in third place. Let's go talk to Sky and see what in the world. You got 6 out of 10. Sky, did you watch a bunch of wrestling as a kiddo?
This is N5LX, and no, I've watched a few minutes of it, like out of the corner of my eye, but I'm not familiar with it. I guessed on every one of those questions, and I just had a string of luck, I guess. I think that Jake the Snake, he should have called his snake Lucy. I don't think the other names were any good.
Yeah, we never watched wrestling. Somehow my dad knew it was fake. I don't know what the giveaway was, but yeah, Dad always called it the boob tube or the idiot box, and we were not allowed to watch those kinds of stupid things on the television. Now, when we went over to our friend's house, it's a totally different story, but at our house, not so much. All right, well, let's go talk to Steve, KG5LAA. Steve, are you a WrestleMania type guy?
Yeah, that would be a big Roger, yes sir, on that. I used to watch a lot of wrestling back in the 80s, and I knew about half of these, and a couple I guessed at, and I'm very glad that I didn't bet any points on that question number 6, because I would not have had a clue, but this is a pretty good round. KG5LAA, back to net.
Roger, man. All right, we got Steve as a wrestling fan. Let's go talk to Norman, N5ZOT. Norman, did you watch a lot of wrestling growing up?
No, not really. My dad was a big fan, so I guess maybe I absorbed some of it. Although I do have memories as a kid of going to the local county fairgrounds and watching the local fake wrestling. I think it was in maybe Angleton, way down near Houston, when I lived down there. And we would go watch the AAA wrestling.
Yeah, so I watched a documentary about the wrestling just as a whole, and I had no idea that before all the big conglomerate, franchisee, television-y stuff, everybody had all the wrestling people had territories, and that was their territories, and they did the thing, and that's where a lot of the big kerfluffle was with the WWE or WWF or whatever it was that they essentially just went and poached all the good people from all the different territories and then turned them into stars and just kind of pooped on everybody else. So it was interesting to watch because, like I said, I watched maybe 2 or 3. I'm not a big wrestling person, but it was entertaining nonetheless because exactly, they had been on the TV. My friends knew all of them. I'd heard all the names, so it was just kind of fun to see. Well, we're going to take a quick intermission so everybody can take care of business. During the intermission, you'll see questions on your screen to pass the time. Voting is optional but always appreciated. Just a reminder, you can check into tonight's TriviaNet at any time during the game from your smartphone, tablet, or computer. All you have to do is point your web browser to n5oak.org and click on the TriviaNet tab. Once you're there, scroll down, click on the big green button to check in. There's no software to install or accounts to create. All we need is your call sign and your first name. We're going to get everybody moved over into our first intermission and fire that off, and we'll see you right back here for round number 2. So I think it's funny. I think I just got schooled by Discord, so I put a funny boob gif up, and it just left a link. So I don't know if it's because it says boobs in there or not, but I know that Sky clicked on it just by the words that he's put on there. So if you're feeling kind of froggy, go click the link and see what you get. All right, that's going to do it for our first intermission. Let's get everybody into Bill Witten saw it. Let's go into round number 2 while y'all are washing your eyes out with vinegar. Alright, I think Scott saw it as well, and alright, yeah, y'all go click on that link. It's not horrifying, but it's not pretty. That's about all I can say about that. Alright, so round number 2, man, it's Fat Tuesday, and it's all things New Orleans. So we'll see how y'all do with this one. Alright, here we go. Round number 2. Question number 1. New Orleans' annual Mardi Gras celebration concludes the day before this. Let's see what you think. Ash Wednesday, 79% are saying that it's Ash Wednesday. We got Good Friday coming in second, and then a tie with Easter and Palm Sunday. Every Sunday is a Palm Sunday if you do it right. Let's see what is correct. Ash Wednesday. Ash Wednesday is correct. Question number 2. St. Charles, Canal, Riverfront, and Rampart are all major these of New Orleans. Alright, so apparently they are not historic monuments. That was what we were agreeing on here. Y'all think it's a streetcar line. Public Park coming in second, followed by historic jazz venues. So what are St. Charles, Canal, Riverfront, and Rampart? They are all major streetcar lines of New Orleans. Question number 3. Creole cuisine originated in Louisiana. Which of these dishes are you the least likely to find on a New Orleans restaurant menu? Very nice, Rob. That was a very nice hint right there. All right, so let's see. 86% saying chimichurri, followed by oysters Rockefeller, which I love, and then gumbo. All right, wait a minute. I got to go see who picked gumbo. These people need to get on a plane. All right, well, we're just going to leave it right there. All right, so is it chimichurri? It is, indeed. Chimichurri is a uncooked sauce of Argentine origin, used both as an ingredient in cooking and as a table condiment for grilled meat. Grilled meat. Argentina. Argentina, there it is. Question number 4. This street is a world-renowned historic thoroughfare in the heart of New Orleans' French Quarter. Oh yeah, Rob. I've had some fun times on this as well. So according to y'all, it's either bourbon or brandy. So much for Bacardi or Birch. The correct answer, however, is Bourbon Street. Bourbon Street is in the French Quarter, and the first ever adult clothing optional bar that I went into was the one where the legs are coming out the windows, and it's like totally a puppet or whatever. But yeah, we went in there, and that was one of the most horrifying things I'd ever done in my life. I will tell you that. Stay away from the topless bars in there. It's yowza. All right, question number 5. Which of these animated Disney films take place in New Orleans? It's rigged, man. Come on. Everybody knows this game is rigged. Cody was the government informant that came in and let everybody in on that one. All right, so let's see. Y'all aren't real sure about this one. The Aristocrats coming in number 1 with 34%. Lady and the Tramp got 28%. 101 Dalmatians, 24%. And then The Princess and the Frog got 14%. The correct answer is the absolute last one. Only 4 people knew that. The Princess and the Frog was released in 2009. The plot features a waitress who dreams of one day opening the finest restaurant in New Orleans. Aww. All right, so that's question number 5. Let's throw up the scoreboard and see Claude, KI5ZQE, in the number 1 spot. Check it out. He's got 352 points. Cajun is coming in second. He got 351 points. He only got 1 point in between. Followed by Mark A. Mark A is in the number 3 spot with 344 points. All right, y'all check out your scores. And while you're doing that, let's remind everybody you're listening to the Friday Night Trivia Net, brought to you by the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club. Call sign N5OAK. My name is Rusty, WZ5BBS. I'm your net control for tonight. You can check into tonight's Trivia Net at any time during the game from your smartphone, tablet, or computer. All you have to do is point your web browser to n5oak.org and click on the Trivia Net tab. Once you're there, scroll down, click on the big green button to check in. There's no software to install or accounts to create. All we need is your call sign and your first name. Question number 6 is next, and y'all know what that means. Y'all place your bets. No, they didn't eat Bambi. They ate Thumper. He tripped some people. He got eaten. All right. The historic Battle of New Orleans was an engagement during which major U.S. conflict? 61% going with the War of 1812. We got a tie between the Civil War and the Spanish-American War for second and third. The American Revolution coming in last. So let's see. What was the historic Battle of New Orleans? It was the War of 1812. The United States achieved its greatest land victory of the War of 1812 at the Battle of New Orleans. The battle thwarted, I loved it, the battle thwarted a British effort to gain control of a critical American port and elevated Major General Andrew Jackson to national fame. So, let's see, 61% of you knew that, so it's anybody's guess here on the scores. Wow, that's a lot of green. Mark A is now in the number 1 spot with 344 points. Wow, way to go, Mark. Alan, KB5VKP, welcome to the game, Alan. You got 312 off of that one. And Dave, KI5STT, is in the number 3 spot. He got 309. That is incredible. All right, well, there's your top 3. Let's see, how do we do on the second part of that? Yeah, there's a little bit of red, but not a whole lot. So let's go to question number 7. What was the nickname of legendary jazz trumpeter and New Orleans native Louis Armstrong? All right, we got to welcome Joshua, KI5SIJ. Oh, we got Joshua. Let's see. We're here. And we'll get that. Actually, and it's fun listening to me type. All right, Josh, we're down here in the Friday Night Trivia Net channel. And welcome to the Discord, man. Good to have you. So let's see what you think. Satchmo, 67%. Followed by Chairman of the Board, Swing King, and the Master. So what was the nickname of Louis Armstrong? It was Satchmo. Louis Satchmo Armstrong lived from 1901 to 1971. Question number 8. Which of the following universities is based in New Orleans? Almost 80% went with Tulane University, followed by Louisiana State and Louisiana Tech. Nobody picked on Nicholls State University. So let's see. Is it Tulane? Yup, it is indeed. 79% got that one right. Question number 9. Which of the following is not a neighborhood in New Orleans? Half of you said Gentilly, followed by Treme, and then we have a tie with Rue Fontaine and St. Claude. So which of the following is not a neighborhood of New Orleans? The correct answer on this one, guys, is Rue Fontaine. And welcome, Joshua, KI5SIG. There we go. We got him. He's talking in the channel. He's found us. Question number 10 in the end of our fantastic Fat Tuesday round. The play, A Streetcar Named Desire, takes place in New Orleans. Who wrote A Streetcar Named Desire? .64% went with Tennessee Williams, followed by Arthur Miller, Eugene O'Neill. Nobody picked on August Wilson. So was it Tennessee Williams that did this? Indeed it was. All right. So before we get any further, Joshua, KI5SIJ, I heard you talking to Chris, I believe, before the Trivia Net, and you said you had an announcement or some news or something that it sounded very tantalizing. So would you like to share it with everybody while we're waiting?
Oh, sure. Nothing like being put on the spot. No, I'm just joking there. Crossroads has their weekly net on Thursday nights at 8 o'clock, and this coming Thursday night, Chris come up with a great idea for next week's net, and we would like for any and everybody that would like to join in for a special event on the net to join us. So he has something very special planned, something that I don't think we've done before on the net. So we're just trying to create an awareness. Anybody that would like to join, feel free to join in, and we welcome everyone to participate. So putting that out there for my buddy Chris, W5CUI, and the Crossroads Ham Club there. I appreciate it, and I'll be on the side monitoring. Hope everybody has fun playing the game.
Right on, man. All right, so the Crossroads is doing something fun next Thursday at 8 p.m. on their net. So if you want to tune in, we got all the details over at crhrc.org to find your favorite local Crossroads repeater. All right, so that's going to do it on round number 2. Let's add up the scores and see who is doing what here. Looks like we got Norman, N5ZOT. Nope. That's Alan, KB5VKP in the number 1 spot, followed by Dave, KI5STT, and Mark A coming in third. So Alan, KB5VKP, I believe this is your first net that you've played with us. You only missed one. Which one got you?
Thanks. Yeah, this was a lot of fun. I believe it was the neighborhood, the Rue Fontaine. I can't recall what I checked, but I got lucky on a few of these.
Roger, man. Well, for those of you, for Dave and Mark, if Mark wants to answer, if you scroll down past the scoreboard, it'll show you all the answers that you got wrong and what you picked and all that kinds of fun stuff. So let's go talk to Dave, KI5STT. Dave only missed 2. Which one's got you, man?
Hey, Rusty. Looks like I missed the Disney one and the neighborhood one. So, KI5STT back to net.
Right on, man. Well, let's see if Mark, as a control operator, or just forgot to put his call sign on there. Mark, if you can come and tell us which ones you missed, come on and do it now.
Yeah, roger. Last 2 were the ones that torpedoed me.
All right, there you have it. Well, let's add up both rounds and see who's doing what for the trivia net. Looks like Norman, N5ZOT, is in the number 1 spot. Mark A coming in second. And Dave, KI5STT, is in the number 3 spot. So there's how it stands for tonight's Friday night trivia net. We are going to take a quick intermission so everybody can take care of business. During the intermission, you'll see questions on your screen to pass the time. Voting is optional, but man, we sure appreciate it. Just a reminder, you can check into tonight's trivia net at any time during the game from your smartphone, tablet, or computer. We got 30 people hanging out with us right now, and if you want to, all you have to do is point your web browser to n5oak.org and click on the trivia net tab. Once you're there, scroll down, click on the big green button to check in. There's no software to install or accounts to create. All we need is your name and your call sign. If you want to watch Animal House, come join us over on the video net on the Discord, and you can watch Animal House while we're playing trivia. This is our second intermission, and this is where we ask who your favorite Thursday night net controller is. So if you would, at least answer that question for me, and then you can go about pouring your drinks. We'll get this thing fired off, and we'll see you back for round number 3. All right, so we have yet another new member in here, and he goes by Alan on the thing, but he changed his name to Robert in the Discord. So I'm dying to know: is your name Robert, or is your name Alan, or how did we get to both? Inquiring minds want to know.
It is actually both. It is Robert Allen Miller. I do go by my middle name, but of course everything official has Robert, KB5VKP.
Well, you can go by Robert or Alan. It doesn't matter. I put your name in there as Alan just because I pulled it off of the thing. So whatever you want us to call you, you're more than welcome. It doesn't have to be legal. Lord knows half the club here isn't legal on anything. That's what we love about each other. So feel free to go in there and make it whatever you want. And Philip, it's kind of funny you said Richards. Where'd it go? Richards would agree. And that's my middle name. So, see, it's just in my name. I'm just kind of a dick. Okie doke. So Ernesto got all the votes again, man. Ernesto, you should figure out a way to get the club to pay you for this, man, because it's incredible. Everybody loves you as their favorite Thursday night controller. Ernesto came in first, followed by Ray, and then Jeffrey and Aaron. Oh, that reminds me, do we have Jeffrey, KI5 MVF? Where are you? Why aren't you playing tonight?
Hey, Ashley here, answering for him. He is right here, but he got a brand new TV this evening, so that is occupying all of his attention and receiving all of his energy and affection this evening. He has set his TV up and is now working on the sound system, so that is what he's doing instead of trivia.
So I see you're down in Jeffrey's Okayville, so is he on your good side now?
Well, I didn't have a reason to put Jeffrey is annoying or Jeffrey sucks. If it had been about an hour earlier, then it would have been Jeffrey is grumpy. But then he got the TV, so he went and got the first TV from Best Buy on his way home, and then got home, was all excited to set it up, and the screen was busted. So then we had to carry the TV back downstairs, load it back into the van, go back to Best Buy, get another one. So it would have been Jeffrey is very Grumpyville, where I was living for a little while today, but now he's happy.
Good to know. Well, he can play with his TV. We're just glad that you're hanging out with us, Ashley. So, you're the part of the KI5 MVF that we like the most. So, hang out with him, and thanks for putting up with him. We certainly appreciate you. At least somebody can make him happy besides the TV. At least we hope. All right. Well, it is round number 3, and round number 3 is all about Yellowstone. And I haven't watched the last season. I haven't watched any of it. So I have no idea. This won't give away anything because I was reading through and I knew most of everything that was in here, at least to some degree. So we'll see how it goes. So if you know anything about Yellowstone, the show, not the park, not the anything, it's just the show, you're going to do well in round number 3. This might be like another Bob's Burgers for Bill unless Bill watches Yellowstone. So we'll see if he starts bitching and moaning in the Discord as to whether or not he watches it. All right, here we go. Round number 3. I know Sky is a big Yellowstone fan, so Sky, you ought to be doing good on this one, just like you did on the WWE round. Question number 1. Where does James Dunn live in 1883 prior to relocating his family to Montana? All right, so apparently Norman, N5ZOT, worked at Yellowstone for one summer, and we got his hopes up, but I want to hear about your experience at Yellowstone. What took you up that way, and how was it? Like, tell us about that, man. That sounds exciting.
It was pretty fun. It was between it was after my freshman year in college, and they hire a lot of seasonal people, so I went up there and worked at Lake Lodge. I washed dishes, and it was quite a bit of fun. We got you work, but then in your free time you can go around the park, and they've got they have tour buses, so you can basically jump on any bus if there's no actual paying people there, and got there the whole summer.
Very cool, man. I have a friend that does the same thing in Alaska. She goes up there at seasonal work, and she works around all the different things, and has been there long enough that she's kind of a senior type person. But yeah, she flies up there. Same thing. They put her up, and they pay her. It's not a whole lot, but she doesn't have any rent, and all of her food's free, and all that kinds of transportation. So it seems like a heck of a job if you can make it happen, and she seems to like it. So, well, very cool. All right, so back to question number 1. Let's see what we're thinking here. Is this even working? It is working, but it's not updating. So Fort Worth, 46% of you said Fort Worth is where you think it is. Abilene coming in third, followed by Kansas City, and then Memphis. So let's see what the correct answer is. It's Fort Worth. James Dutton lives in Fort Worth, Texas, while waiting for his family to join him from Tennessee. The Duttons join a caravan bound for Oregon and ultimately settle in Montana. I have not watched the 1883 or the 1886 or whatever the prequel things are, so I have them, but we're waiting. So, gentlemen, I love Beth as well, and I love that they're not afraid to just beat the ever-loving hell out of her, and she's like, her only reaction on that show is just like, that's all you've got? Like, that woman has more balls than any man I've ever met, and I love her character. I love that she is just no muss, no fuss. I love when she and Kevin Costner are sitting there talking, and she's like, you got to get laid. And he's just like, look, I don't like this. Like, you can tell it's making him very uncomfortable. So I love whoever writes for her is amazing. Like, she is by far my favorite character on that show. Question 2, what does John Dutton say is the best he can offer a wounded horse before euthanizing it in the premiere episode of Yellowstone? Y'all are going with freedom, followed by peace, comfort, and justice. So what does he do before he shoots the horse? He says the best he can offer is peace. In the introductory scene of the first episode of Yellowstone, a wounded John Dutton reaches out to a wounded horse to offer some cold comfort. I know you deserve better, but I can only offer you peace. Question number 3, and some freedom prize. What Native American reservation grapples with the Duttons' Yellowstone Ranch over land and property rights? For whatever reason, the dude in the suit just reminds me of like Mario Lopez's like grumpy uncle. Alright, so let's see what you picked. Broken Creek is the number 1 answer, followed by Broken Arrow, Broken Rock, and Broken Saddle. Apparently all the Native Americans are broken. Let's see what it is. Yeah, Broken Ego. Let's see. Broken Rock is the correct answer. Scenes set in the fictional Broken Rock Indian Reservation are filmed on the real Crow Indian Reservation, the largest reservation in the state of Montana. Question number 4. What principal Yellowstone cast member is British? So y'all overwhelmingly picked Kelly, which is Beth, and that is the correct answer. She was born in London in 1977. She's my age, wow. She made her television debut in 1955 in the BBC teenage drama The Biz. I had no idea about that one. That was kind of fun, and it's interesting to see Wes Bentley there with some salt and pepper hair. He looks a little older in this picture than I've ever seen him on the TV. All right, question number 5. In what western U.S. city is Beth Dutton's bank, Schwartz and Meyer, headquartered? Let's see. Salt Lake City coming in number 1, followed by Boise, Las Vegas, and then Albuquerque. The correct answer is, however, Salt Lake City. Yep, Salt Lake City. Well, so check it out. We're at question number 5 already. Let's see. Do we have some Yellowstone fans in here? Not so bad. Our top 3 have only missed 1, and that's Chris, W5CUY, Scott, KI5OBD, and the Cajun. There's your top 3. Y'all check out your scores. While you're doing that, let's remind everybody you're listening to the Friday Night Trivia Net, brought to you by the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club. Call sign N5OAK. My name is Rusty, WZ5VBS. I'm your net control for tonight. We got another booby alert, so y'all check in on the video net, because we got some boobies coming up. You can check into tonight's Trivia Net anytime during the game from your smartphone, tablet, or computer. All you have to do is point your web browser to n5oak.org and click on the Trivia Net tab. Once you're there, scroll down, click on the big green button to check in. There's no software to install or accounts to create. All we need is your call sign and your first name. Man, boobies, they never get old, right guys? Y'all place your bets. See how you do on question number 6. And big surprise, this one's a tricky one. Which of these Yellowstone franchise cast members has the most Academy Award nominations? Well, we lit up all the buttons, and Helen Mirren has taken the lead, followed by Harrison Ford, Kevin Costner, and then Billy Bob Thornton. So who has the most Academy Award nominations? It says nominations, not awards, nominations. And the correct answer on that one is indeed Helen Mirren. Helen Mirren has 4 Academy Award nominations and 1 win for The Queen in 2006. Both Kevin Costner and Billy Bob Thornton have 3 nominations apiece, with Costner winning 2 for Dances with Wolves. Oh, good Lord, I remember when that came out. And Thornton winning 1 for the screenplay to 1996's Sling Blade. Despite his lengthy career, Harrison Ford has just 1 Oscar nomination for 1985's Witness, and Ford lost that one to William Hurt in Kiss of the Spider-Woman. All right. Well, let's see. That was what? 9 people knew that. What did that do to the score? That put Bill in the lead. Way to go, Bill. Bill got 225 points on that one. Just Lynn coming in second with 117 points. And Holly, W5LUL, in the number 3 spot. Welcome to the top 3, Holly. She got 93 points. Question number 7. Series creator Taylor Sheridan plays Travis Wheatley on Yellowstone, and this on 1883. Well, it is looking like Charles Goodnight, the only one with two names coming in to the first spot. Grady second, Colton number 3, and Joseph, poor old Joseph, number 4. So which one was it? Y'all are right. It was Charles Goodnight. In addition to creating Yellowstone, 1883 and 1923, Taylor Sheridan plays horse trader Travis Wheatley on Yellowstone and rancher Charles Goodnight on 1883. Question number 8. Kevin Costner's country rock band, Name This, contributes several songs to the Yellowstone soundtrack. I agree with you, Sky. They are way too clean looking to be cowboys. They need some more crap on their face, and literally crap, not just dirt. So let's see what you think. Wolfpack taking the number 1 spot, followed by Fandango. We got Modern West and Bar K Wranglers tied for 3rd and 4th. So who is Kevin Costner's country rock band? Their name is Modern West. Kevin Costner and Modern West released their debut album, Untold Truth, in 2008. The album peaked at number 61 on the Billboard Top Country Album charts. That's why nobody has heard of them. Question number 9. What separatist group do the Beck brothers employ to kidnap Tate Dutton in Yellowstone Season 2? Alright, so Philip says Kanye is suing, and Scott says his brother has a great Costner story. So let's see, Philip, tell us what this Kanye is suing is about. Is he really suing Costner for some rock country? Well, you had me going there, Philip. Way to go. All right. Well, we will hear about Scott's Costner story, or brother's Costner. Oh, transmit's down. Okay, gotcha, buddy. All right. We will hear about Scott's brother's Costner story, because I'm sure he's heard it enough he can tell it. Let's see. 60% said Montana Free Militia were the ones that got him, followed by the Montana Minutemen, the Knights of Montana, and the Militia of Montana. So at least they know, I guess if they put Montana in there, they know where the hell they are. Which one was it? It was the Montana Free Militia. The Beck brothers employed the surface of the neo-Nazi separatist group Montana Free Militia to kidnap Tate Dutton in order to frighten the Duttons into submission. That's never going to work. The plan does not end well. Big surprise for the Becks. All right, we got one more question in this Yellowstone round. What real-life ranch does John Dutton send Jimmy Herstrom into the 4th season Yellowstone to teach him how to be a real cowboy? Get some shit on his face. Looks like the number 1 answer on the board is the 4 Sixes Ranch, followed by the King Ranch, the Babbitt Ranch, and then the Wagner Ranch. So I think everybody knows that they sent Jimmy down to the 4 Sixes Ranch because they own it. In 2021, just to tell you how popular this show is, in 2021, Yellowstone creator Taylor Sheridan and a group of investors bought the real 4 Sixes Ranch in West Texas for, get this, around $350 million for the 4 Sixes. That's a lot of worthless television to spend $350 million on some dirt. But what do I know? All right, let's add up the scores and see Bill W5ITZ in the number 1 spot. Way to go, Bill. Jocelyn coming in 2nd and the Cajun in 3rd. So let's go talk to Bill and see. Bill only missed 3. Which one's got you, man?
Hey, Rusty. Let's see. I missed the one about what Dutton offered his horse. And the headquarters for Best Bank in the name of Kevin Costner's band. Other than that, I felt like I knew all of the rest of them. Good round, W5ITZ.
Yeah, that's not bad, man, because that's just kind of superfluous BS. You know, those are the fluffy questions. So you knew the majority of that stuff. Well, let's go see if Lynn can transmit and come talk to us and tell us which ones they missed.
Hey, Rusty, this is W5LUL. Just Lynn and Cajun are here. They say hello. Hello. Hi. That's all they want to say. Thanks. W5LUL, back to net.
All right, well, Just Lynn and Cajun, welcome, and thanks for playing along with us. So they said hi, and Holly answered for him, and Holly, you're number 4, so I'm going to go back to you and see if you are you a Yellowstone fan?
Actually, yes, I am a bit of a Yellowstone fan. I've watched 1883 and the first episode of the 1923 as well.
So, do you like them as much as Yellowstone? I haven't watched any episodes of the prequel stuff.
1883 was awesome. I watched that first, so I've only seen about half or 3/4 of the Yellowstone so far.
Fair enough. It took me forever to get into Yellowstone. The first episode was so boring. I had to watch it twice. And then I was feeling crummy one weekend, and so it was just kind of a, hang out on the sofa and watch television kind of a weekend. And I was like, all right, I'm going to get through half of season 1 and we'll see. And what I finally realized is that the first episode was terrible and the rest of it just completely rocket launches away with the story. So I fell in love with that, and then I binge watched the whole thing. But there you have it. All right, well, let's add up all the scores and see how that does. Oh, well, look at this. We got the Cajun, Mark A., and Just Lynn. We got 3 people with no call signs, and they're taking over the Friday Night Trivia Net. That's fantastic. All right, well, y'all check out your scores, man. This is what the Friday Night Trivia Net's all about. We get people in here that know a little bit about everything. It's time for us to take another quick intermission so everybody can take care of business. During the intermission, you'll see questions on your screen to pass the time. Voting is optional, but always appreciated. Just a reminder, if you're hanging out and you're bored and you want to come join us, you can check into tonight's Trivia Net at any time during the game from your smartphone, tablet, or computer. We have a whole nother round left. It's all about classic rock music. So if you know anything about classic rock music, come join us for round number 4. All you have to do is point your web browser to n5oak.org and click on the Trivia Net tab. Once you're there, scroll down, click on the big green button to check in. There's no software to install or accounts to create. All we need is your call sign and your first name. Let's get everybody moved into our 3rd intermission. We're going to fire that up, and we'll see you right back here for round number 4.
WZ5BBS. Rusty, y'all have the testing date set up yet?
I think I heard a Bill ask me a question, but I was across the house. Bill, try that again.
Hey, Rusty, I was checking to see if y'all had a testing date set up. Someone answered me in Discord, April 22. We're doing another one on March 18.
Yeah, Philip is driving that train, and we are in line for our next club meeting, which is on April 22nd. And yeah, we're getting a little slow roll from the W5YI, but we'll get there eventually, and we'll make it happen. We are very lucky. We have a club member that is donating us, I think, 12 iPads, so we scored on that. And yeah, so, you know, it'll be kind of like everything else we do. It'll be all the way to the last minute, and then everything will be great. It's just kind of the way we roll. But I'm looking forward to it. I've seen how it goes wrong, and hopefully we don't have to ever suffer with that. I think with the iPads, that will never happen. But yeah, Philip and Ernesto and I had it literally, I think it was my second testing session, if I remember correctly. And man, we drove that thing, and we did a hell of a job considering we didn't know anything. We were giving people licenses that they didn't even take tests for. I forgot to sign a bunch of things. It was phenomenal. So we did a bang up job and performed as we should, you know, for not getting paid. You know, volunteers, you can't expect a whole lot. But yeah, so Scott, I completely forgot about you or your brother's Kevin Costner story. So do tell if you would like to. You've got a big smile on your face, so something tells me you want to share your story about your brother and Kevin Costner.
Hey Rusty, hey everybody, thanks for asking. I'll keep it short. My brother, I forget the details, but Kevin Costner made a movie that they shot here, I don't know how long ago, in the hill country somewhere. I don't know how long ago. I was living in California for a long time. But anyhow, my brother happened to be in the right place at the right time when Costner was here shooting a movie, to see him across the street leaning on a pickup talking to a guy in the truck. And then found out he was standing in an ant bed, and so he got to see Kevin Costner do the Ants in the Pants dance in person, live. And I believe him. It's Cat5OBD. Back to net.
The old Ants in the Pants dance. That's fun. Especially, you know, I grew up in the country, and I had a lot of those moments where, you know, you could tell the city folk what to do, but they just kind of been, you know, a big enough jackass that you're like, they'll figure it out. And so it was pretty fun to watch that. That would have been, he should have, you know, too bad we didn't have cell phones back in the day, and you could have taken a video. He'd have made a fortune off of that one for sure. All right, well, let's move it into round number 4, shall we? Round number 4 is all about classic rock. We'll see how you do with this one. It's kind of a blast from the past for me to put this one together. So let's start this thing out with question number 1. What classic rock band employed Sting to croon "I Want My MTV" and a chart-topping hit in 1985? Let's see. Let's see what you picked. Dire Straits. Man, that's where I would have gone. Genesis coming in second. ELO coming in third. Nobody picked Yes, and that's probably good because Yes would have been wrong because Dire Straits is it. Money for Nothing, which opened Sting's falsetto cry of "I Want My MTV," was Dire Straits' biggest career hit. Man, I've heard a lot of that. They've also the woke police have gone in and made them change the lyrics and all that kinds of stuff. So if you have the old tape or the 8-track or the album, you better hold on to it, man, because they're changing our music and they're making it more politically correct. Which, I guess you got to grow up and that kinds of stuff, but I want to hear things the way they were made, even if it's wrong. I want to see it. I want to hear it, because that's what I remember. Question number 2. What Irish band saw green with their only top U.S. 40 hit, 1976, "The Boys Are Back in Town"? That's the line, Bill. They made him take that one out. Even though he's a millionaire, they made him take it out. Bunch of jerks. Y'all picked Thin Lizzy. 71% of you did. The Dubliners coming in second, followed by Them. Nobody picked on Horselips. Can't imagine why. So let's see, was it Thin Lizzy? It was. Although Jailbreak came out in 1976 and their cover of the Irish folk song "Whiskey in a Jar" have become staples on classic rock radio. Thin Lizzy's only U.S. top 10 hit was their 1976 party song "The Boys Are Back in Town," which reached number 12 on the Billboard charts. Question number 3. What classic rock guitarist who died in January 2023 replaced Eric Clapton in the Yardbirds? Jeff Beck taking the number 1 spot, followed by Jimmy Page, Rich Blackmore. Nobody picked on David Gilmour. So let's see who replaced Eric Clapton in the Yardbirds. Y'all are correct with Jeff Beck. In 1965, the Yardbirds recruited Jeff Beck to replace Eric Clapton on the advice of Jimmy Page, who had turned down the opportunity. Question number 4. What Rock and Roll Hall of Fame band was founded by guitarist brothers Angus and Malcolm Young in 1973? Oh, check it out. 83% went with AC/DC. The Ramones coming in second, followed by the Kinks. Nobody picked Iron Maiden. So what were Angus and Malcolm Young? They were AC/DC. There it is. Born in Scotland, Angus and Malcolm Young formed AC/DC in Sydney, Australia in 1973. Malcolm Young left the band in 2014 due to an illness and died in 2017. Angus continues to record and tour with the band along with Malcolm's son, Stevie. Question number 5. In June 1986, what classic rock band charted a top 40 hit at the same time as 4 previous or current members' solo projects? Well, we lit up all the answers. Genesis taking the number 1 spot, followed by Fleetwood Mac, and then we had a straight-up tie between the Beatles and Buffalo Springfield for 3rd and 4th. So, what classic rock band charted a top 40 hit at the same time as 4 previous or current members' solo projects? The correct answer is Genesis. So, on June 7th, 1986, Genesis' song Invisible Touch debuted in the top 40 at number 37. That same week, GTR, featuring former Genesis guitarist Steve Hackett, sat at number 35 with When the Heart Rules the Mind. Former frontman Peter Gabriel hit number 32 with Sledgehammer. Oh, I love that song. And singer-drummer Phil Collins ranked number 26 with Take Me Home, and Mike and the Mechanics, a side project of bassist Mike Rutherford, topped out at number 5 with All I Need Is a Miracle. Wow, that is pretty impressive. Sledgehammer was the first Peter Gabriel song that I remember, and it was also the first time I'd ever seen a reel-to-reel, and I was just absolutely blown away. All right, so let's add up the scores and see. Jason, KB5 MPJ is our classic rock king so far. He hasn't missed a single one. Mark A and the Cajun, same way. They are number 2 and number 3. All right, well, y'all check out your scores, and while you're doing that, we got to remind everybody you're listening to the Friday Night Trivia Net, brought to you by the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club. Call sign N5OAK. My name is Rusty, WZ5BBS. I'm your net control for tonight. You can check into tonight's Trivia Net at any time during the game from your smartphone, tablet, or computer, but you better hurry because we only got 5 more questions and then we're done. If you want to do it, all you have to do is point your web browser to n5oak.org and click on the Trivia Net tab. Once you're there, scroll down, click on the big green button to check in. There's no software to install or accounts to create. All we need is your call sign and your first name. It is question number 6, and that means it is time to place your bets. Which classic rock group named themselves after a warning found on a book of Victorian morals? Ooh, a book of Victorian morals. This is going to be fun. Once again, we lit them all up, and Black Sabbath is taking the number 1 spot, followed by Motley Crue. Bad Company and Judas Priest tied for 3rd and 4th. So, which classic rock group named themselves after a warning found in a book of Victorian morals? The correct answer is Bad Company. According to the founder and frontman Paul Rogers, he took the name Bad Company from the Book of Victorian Morals, featuring a picture of a child looking at an unsavory character, probably looked like Bill, and the caption read, "Beware of bad company." Only 4 people got that. That puts Sky N5LX in the number 1 spot. He got 339 points on that. Way to go, Sky. Dave, KI5STT in the number 2 spot. He got 318 points. And Jason, KB5MPJ, he got that right as well. He got 73 points. Question number 7 in the Classic Rock round. What classic rock outfit originally recorded Black Magic Woman, later one of Santana's biggest hits? So I learned something very new about this. I had no idea that this is a thing. Y'all are thinking the Doors. Sky says it wasn't the Doors. So we'll see if Sky's right or wrong on that one. We had a tie for Deep Purple and Fleetwood Mac for 2nd and 3rd, and then the Grateful Dead coming in 4th. So who was the original recording of Black Magic Woman? It was Fleetwood Mac. Black Magic Woman was written by Peter Green, singer-guitarist for Fleetwood Mac, in 1968. The band recorded the song as a non-album single, and it touched the bottom of the UK Top 40, but failed to chart in the US. In late 1970s, Santana recorded it for their album Abrexas, taking the single to number 4. Green performed Black Magic Woman with Santana at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame ceremony in 1998. Fleetwood Mac, who knew? I guess Sky did. Alright, Sky looks like he's a Doors fan, so we might have to do some Doors trivia. Question number 8. What classic rock band was almost dropped by its label but found global success by adding Steve Perry and Jonathan Cain? Hey Scott, you might want to go edit that line. I think you put a W instead of a B. I think that's what I think it's not the Witches. But yeah. Fleetwood Mac, that was a fun band. Alright, so let's see what y'all Journey. 83% with Journey. I love it when we have this. REO Speedwagon and Styx are still tied for 2nd and 3rd. Nobody picked Foreigner. So, what classic rock band was almost dropped by its label but found global success by adding Steve Perry and Jonathan Cain? The correct answer is Journey. Formed in 1973, Journey failed to find any commercial success until singer Steve Perry joined in late 1977. Then, when keyboardist Jonathan Cain replaced the departing Greg Royle, the band coalesced and became one of the most successful arena rock bands in the 1980s. Yeah, buddy. Question number 9. Jimi Hendrix, often considered the best ever, claimed that Terry Kath, guitarist for this band, was a better player than he was. Well, we have a tie for 1st and 2nd between Chicago and Boston. We got the Doobie Brothers coming in 3rd and Styx number 4. So, who did Jimi Hendrix often consider the best ever? He was in the band Chicago because he was more interested in delivering great albums with his band Chicago than standing in the spotlight himself. Terry Kath, who died tragically at age 31, never received the recognition shared by rock's greatest guitarist. Jimi Hendrix was quoted as saying that Kath was the best guitarist in the universe. Wow. And he was in Chicago. All right, well, this is the end of round number 4. Let's see how y'all do. What classic rockers saw 2 former members accept their Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction in 2007? Wow, check it out again. We got a tie for first and second. It's either Kiss or Van Halen. Guns N' Roses coming in number 3, and the Cars coming in number 4. So, who was it? It was either Kiss or Van Halen, right? It was Van Halen. Due to infighting, Van Halen had essentially split into two camps, neither of which was talking to each other. Eddie and Alex Van Halen, who were considered reuniting with singer David Lee Roth and singer Sammy Hagar, who officially left the group in 1996, and bassist Michael Anthony, who left in 2006. When the band was inducted in 2007, only Hagar and Anthony attended the ceremony. Well, that is the end of round number 4. Let's add up the scores and see Sky. Check it out. N5LX in the number 1 spot, 889 points. Dave, KI5STT in the number 2 spot, and Jason, KB5MPJ in the number 3 spot. Let's go talk to Sky. N5LX. Looks like the classic rock was your round, man.
Yeah, excuse me, N5LX here. Yeah, it's because this is old stuff. That's why I knew most of it, but I was kind of disappointed that I missed the Genesis question. I guess I'm slow, man, but those guys were all amazing.
Yeah, we had a question a couple of nets ago about Phil Collins, and it was like a baby face. I didn't even recognize him. He had hair, and I don't know, he didn't look like the Phil Collins I ever remember. Let's go talk to Dave, KI5STT. Dave, are you a classic rocker?
Yeah, classic rock is my favorite music genre. Looks like I missed, 4 or 5, but hitting number 6. When you're all in, works. KI5STT, back to net.
Well, and, a Freudian slip there, but number 6 works better when you're all in as well, man. So, either way you put it. Let's go talk to Jason, KB5MPJ. Jason, man, you missed 2. Which one's got you? And you came in with a rockin' score, like a total classic rock score, 666.
This is KB5MPJ. Yeah, I saw that 666 score, so apparently I am the biggest classic rocker, getting that score. But yeah, it looks like I missed the 2007 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and I definitely waited too long on the Bad Company one, and there may have been one other one in there that I missed, but yeah, at least we finally got a trivia round that I know something about. I've never seen an episode of Yellowstone, but eventually I want to watch it. I've heard it's good. KB5MPJ.
Yeah, I think Rob hit it on the head with the Redneck Sopranos. It definitely is what it is. They rough and tumble, and there's explosions and gunfights, and it also kind of reminds me of if Robert Rodriguez was to make a TV show. It's just kind of above and beyond with the gunplay, and it's kind of believable, but kind of not. But you don't really care, so kind of is what it is. Well, there's your top 3 for round number 4. Let's add up all the scores and see who the big winner of tonight's Friday Night Trivia Net is. It is Dave, KI5STT. Way to go, Dave. He's the winner tonight with 2,055 points. Jocelyn coming in second, and Sky, N5LX, coming in third. Let's go talk to Dave, KI5STT, and see what's going on at his house for the weekend.
Hey, Rusty. Not much going on here. Just normal stuff. But anyway, KI5STT, back to that.
Dave doesn't want us knowing what he's up to. I don't blame him one bit. We might come over and help. All right, well, Just Lynn is in number 2 place. Just Lynn, you want to come in and tell us what's going on at your house this weekend?
Hey, Rusty, this is W5LUL, Holly. Just Lynn says hello. She's just hanging out over here, and yeah. Hi. Back to net.
I think they're working for the government. They're keeping it very hush-hush over there. All right, Just Lynn. Well, have a good weekend, and we hope to see you back again. let's go talk to my buddy Sky, N5LX, and see if he's going to be fox hunting this weekend and what else he's got going on. Sky?
Hey, Rusty, this is N5LX. I really want to do the fox hunt. My back is acting up something terrible, so I'm going to give it a shot. Hopefully I can do it, because it sounds like it's going to be a fun one. I don't have an antenna, or at least a beam for 70 centimeters, so I don't know, maybe I'll have to throw something together.
Right on, man. Well, I'm trying to keep things tricksy for you and keep everybody on their toes. So, I bet your Doppler would help you quite a bit. But it's one of those things, man. The 70 centimeter fox hunt. We've never done one. We've always done 2 meter. But I got to throw a curveball. See if I can't get y'all to figure something new out, new and exciting, right? Well, let's go talk to Holly, W5LUL, and see what Holly is doing this weekend. Holly, you want to share?
Hey, Rusty, this is Holly. I'm just having some friends over, and they happen to like trivia, so they're doing pretty well. And Dave's talking about Old Man Breakfast tomorrow. I don't know. Other than that, just hanging out, enjoying the weekend. W5LUL, back to net.
All right, and if memory serves me correct, Cajun and Mark A are both at your house as well, correct?
That is correct.
All right, well, y'all better hurry or hope that Holly's friends don't get call signs, because they're leaving y'all in the dirt. Well, Cajun and Mark A and Just Lynn, thanks for playing with us on the Trivia Net. We hope y'all have a great weekend. Let's go talk to Alan, a.k.a. Robert, a.k.a. KB5VKP. What you got going on this weekend, man?
It's pretty slow. I got 2 little kids, so one of them says she wants to go camping in the backyard, so we may do some camping. KB5VKP back to that.
Very fun. I think I got the niece and the nephew coming over tomorrow. The brother's trying to get them out of the house, and whenever they come over to Uncle Rusty's house, they get to watch cartoons and play video games and do all the things that Mom and Dad don't like them to do. That's what makes me the fun uncle, and luckily I get to do that. So I think I'm going to get to see them on Saturday. It'll be a whole lot of fun. Let's go talk to Bill, W5ITZ. Bill, what are you doing this weekend, man?
W5ITZ. Well, our youngest son coaches high school baseball, and they're actually playing a tournament about 25 miles away from the house. So we're going to watch high school baseball tomorrow, and then Sunday is probably yard work day. So anxious to get back out there and get that going again. W5ITZ, back to you, Rusty.
Right on, man. Every day I go outside, I still have limbs falling out of my trees. So I don't know what in the world. I hope the trees aren't dead, but it seems like they took one for the team this year. Well, let's go talk to Matt, K9MGW. Matt, what do you got going on this weekend?
Well, I got the whole house to myself. My little lady is going to be out of town, so I'm going to be doing some projects around the house and getting some stuff done that she would normally distract me from getting done, so looking forward to that. But otherwise, just going to be kicking back and enjoying life. This is K9MGW, back to net control.
Well, that sounds like a mighty fine weekend, man, and good on you. So hope you kick back and have some fun. Come fox hunting if you want to get out of the house and go do something. But I totally understand a lazy weekend doing absolutely nothing too. Well, last but not least, it's Steve, KG5LAA. Steve, what's going on at your QTH this weekend?
Oh, good evening, Rusty. There is no shortage of work, including spring cleaning that needs to be done, but that's going to be a gradual thing. This weekend, I think I'm going to concentrate on the grass and some weed eating and stuff outside. It's supposed to be pretty nice tomorrow, so KG5LA, back to net.
Roger, Roger. Well, there you have it, the top 10 for tonight's Friday Night Trivia Net. And congratulations and thanks to everybody for playing. We are not done yet. If you've ever played, you know it's time for the elimination round. This one's a fun one. You don't have to be quick, you just have to be right. And the first time you're wrong, you're gone. So, we're going to take a quick little reset here, let everybody catch their breath. When we come back, we will be at question number 1 in the elimination round. We'll see how far you get. Sky won the last one, so let's see if he can do it again this week. All right, here we go. Round number 1. What was the name of the Category 5 hurricane that devastated New Orleans and its population in 2005? Yes, she was, Sky. Yes, she was. Y'all are going with Katrina. 100% of you, and 100% of you are correct. Question number 2. What seasonal plant, which germinates with the help of bird droppings, has a Germanic name that literally means dung on a twig? Alright, I'm curious. What is brown? It sounds like a bell. Sky, you gotta tell us. Alright, let's see what y'all picked. Y'all went with mistletoe. Mistletoe, followed by amaryllis, and then poinsettia. Pardon. Nobody picked holly. Aw, poor holly. Alright, so let's see. What literally means dung on a twig? Mistletoe. So, who knew kissing on dung under a twig was a big thing? But apparently mistletoe gets its name from the fact that mistle thrush birds eat the plant's berries, digest the seed, and then help the plant germinate with their droppings. This Germanic name literally means dung on a twig. Well, we have 11 eliminated. We have 11 survivors. We got to say goodnight to Mark A. and the Cajun. We got to say goodnight to Laura, KI5OLG, Rob, K9LZY, Bill, W5ITZ, Scott, KI5OBD, Matt, K9MGW, Thomas, KI5OMW, and Dave, KI5STT. All right, we're down to 11. Let's see how y'all do with question number 3. In a standard Scrabble set, what is the only letter that appears on exactly 3 tiles? Three out of 4 got picked. It's looking like C is the number 1 answer, and we got a tie for G and M. Nobody picked D. Nice, Scott. So let's see who is correct. The ones that picked G are correct. So that leaves us with 3. We got Jason, Philip, and Sky. And we got to say goodnight to David, AI5JC, Ernesto, KI5PZN, Alan/Robert/KB5VKP, Holly, W5LUL, Bjorn and Meredith. Good to see y'all in here tonight. KI5YAT, night guys. And John, KI5ZIE. All right, we're down to Philip, Jason, and Sky. Let's see how they do with question number 4. All right, gentlemen. What 1990s rock band took their name from a slang term for broken capillaries caused by too much alcohol? Is there such a thing? Oh, I love these. They each picked a different answer. So, one picked Gen Blossoms, one picked the Flaming Lips, one picked the Stone Roses, nobody picked Screaming Trees. So apparently alcoholics don't go running screaming through trees. The correct answer of this one is the Gen Blossoms. The condition which can cause a person's nose and face to turn red is technically called transdentalcia. However, for the patches of red that bloom on people's faces, it is commonly known as the Gen Blossoms. That means that Jason, KB5 MPJ, is our winner tonight. Congratulations, sir. We got to say goodnight to Sky, N5LX, and Philip, AC5G. Cannot repeat that term, Bill. I don't get paid enough. Well, that's going to do it for tonight's Friday Night Trivia Net. We hope you had a good time hanging out with us tonight. The Friday Night Trivia Net is a service of the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club, call sign N5OAK, and made possible through the generosity of people just like you. For more information on the club, becoming a member, or to learn how you can donate, visit us online at n5oak.org. I'd also like to thank Kyle, KA5D, and the Crossroads Ham Radio Club for linking their repeater systems for tonight's game. If you'd like to see all the fun things they're up to or just want more information about the KA5D or W5LCR repeater systems, visit them online at ka5d.com or crhrc.org. And before you close your web browser, stop by and check out the VBS, play some door games. You can also see all the TriviaNet player rankings, stats, net logs, net check-ins. Everything can be found right there. Don't forget this weekend, I am the Fox. I have planted a fox around Austin, Texas, and it's a 70-centimeter fox. We'll see how you do. All the details can be found on the web and in the Fox Hunt channel on Discord. And the first time anyone will know who found any of the foxes will be on the Wind Down Net this Sunday at 7:30. Mireso, KI5PZN, and KI5SYX will be there to let us know who found my fox. This is WZ5VBS, and it's time to bring tonight's Friday Night Trivia Net to a close. I'm going to signal all the repeaters to switch back to regular amateur use. And while they're doing that, I'd like to thank you all for inviting us into your home tonight. Have a great weekend, be safe, and we will see you right here for the next Oak Hill Friday Night Trivia Net. 73, y'all.
.73, K9MGW out.
Have a good night, sir.
AC 5G radio check. Anyone still want to give me a quick signal report?
A little scratchy. N5LX.
Thank you, Sky.
Other than that, it sounds great. I don't know how to attribute, what you would attribute the scratchiness to, but it sounds good otherwise.
Okay, yeah, I appreciate that. I was having trouble getting in on Thursday night's net apparently, and the only thing that's really changed is I put a SWR meter in line with the little VHF, UHF rig I've got, so I was hoping that's not it, but it sounds like it's still a little scratchy, so I'm going to keep playing around with it. Thanks for the report, Sky.
Have a good one, Philip. N5LX QRT.